Hey Book Dragons, I am back. I just want to do a new reading vlog because I'm heading back to work. If you have not been following me, I've been out of commission for about 2 to 3 weeks. I've been dealing with a really bad sinus infection. I've been off for a week. I had to take a week off because I had bronchitis. So it's been a bit of a wild time and I am at the end of the month and I really don't know what I want to read, which always happens at the end of a month. So I'm reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and my goal is to read like another 50 pages, get to page 100 and see how I'm feeling, because right now I don't have a lot of thoughts about this. I'm also reading City of Stardust by Georgia Summers, and I'm also listening to right now The Twisted Dead and God Killer by Hannah Gaynor. So this is like my... If I would love to finish all these books by the end of the week, that would be excellent and perfect, but I really don't know, just because I have been feeling a little bit slumpy, but I also think it's because I've been reading for 72 hours. So yeah, that is where I am. I want to read another 50 pages of Bride and see how I feel, because I have liked her writing in the past, but I always struggle on Sundays to like kind of organize my life a little bit. I always feel like I'm restarting and I don't want that feeling, so I'm just kind of picking up stuff now. I'm gonna go charge my camera battery. I'm gonna kind of get myself officially ready to go back to work tomorrow and be prepped for that. And then I'm just gonna kind of sit down, watch closing sprints, and just kind of relax a little bit, and just get to 100 pages of this and see sort of how I feel. It is a library book, so it does have to go back to the library at some point. But I also have a copy coming from one of my book boxes. I don't know. I'm like in a bit of like a brain moment where I don't really know what I want to read and nothing really sounds good, so that's why I was kind of stuck. I don't do that well with shorter readathons like that kind of time condensed, because I just feel like I'm rushing to read and I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to go charge my camera battery and just kind of assess what I want to read, because I don't really know. I've been, sick. I haven't been feeling my best and I'm just kind of like coming off of that. But I've also been out of work for a week, so it's just my brain is like fried a little bit. Also, we're heading up to Realmathon and I have to start thinking a little bit strategically for my team, so I don't know what I want to read. I think Bride is probably going to be the one I'm going to stick with just because it doesn't have anything for Realmathon involved, so I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go continue Bride, and I'll report back when I've read 100 pages. Hey friends, I'm back. So I just want to do a couple updates and some decisions I've made. I did wind up getting up to about page 177 in The Twisted Dead by Darcy Coates. This is my audiobook and I'm having a fun time with this. I definitely prefer listening to these. I think Mel from Eleanor Reads, I'll link her below, is right, because I'm just having a fun time with them. And this book, we're actually getting a lot of backstory about all our side characters. So if you don't know, it's like a cozy mystery series with a paranormal twist, very ghost whispery vibes. But basically the whole series started with this main character named Kira, and she's kind of found in these woods. She can see ghosts, but she knows nothing about her past. In this book, we are kind of getting all of the other characters' backstories. There's like her two friends, so you're learning a lot more about them, but the mystery in the story is a bit more bigger. The other stories were like a little bit more contained, but this is a bit of a bigger mystery, which I'm liking. My next goal, which I'll probably just gonna keep this vlog going until I'm finished with all the books in here. So my next goal was to get up to page like 300. Yeah, about 300. So that would be chapter like, maybe, yeah. So like, like get pretty far into it. Get to page like 32, and that will kind of bring me to the end. And I'll probably listen to this when I head back to work, but I can't make a decision. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to read the first 100 pages of Bride because I think I can probably read through it quickly and I am liking it. This is her new paranormal read, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I read the first pages. It was funny. It made me laugh. It's about this character named Misery who is going into a forced marriage with a werewolf that's gonna kind of save their kind. And yeah, so I'm gonna read 100 pages of this. It shouldn't take me that long. I tend to read contemporaries pretty quickly, but I'm also going to read City of Stardust by Georgia Summers, and I literally read like 12 pages of this. I read the first 2 chapters because one was a prologue, and I'm immediately intrigued right off the bat. Like mystery wise, this is captivating me, but this was making me laugh. So kind of these two books together. I don't know if this is gonna have much of a plot, but there is like a political thing. So I'm gonna read 100 pages of this, and then I'll give you guys my update, and then I'll read 100 pages of this. So my goal for the end of 72 hours is to wrap up these 3 books, however long that takes me. We're also heading into the end of the month, which means I don't really have any big vlogging plans. I really set my TBR, literally all the books I'm just gonna read in March because I didn't read a ton in February off my immediate TBR. So yeah, I'm gonna go read, Bride. Sprints for 72 hours is getting silly and funny, and they're just a bunch of fun girls. Like, I really found them this year: Cassidy, Mel, Lexi, and she might be Monica. I will try to remember to link them all below because I know we just got to Mel to 5K, which is so exciting, and Monica wants to get to 1,000, so I want to help her out if I can. And yeah, so I'm gonna go read 100 pages of this, and then I will give you guys an update. I also have to prioritize this because it's only a 14-day hold, and I know people really, really want this, and this is my physical book, so I can read that whenever I want. So yes, that is my plan. My plan is to wrap this vlog up. I'm gonna go past 72 hours, but I want to finish these 3 things. And yeah, I will talk to you guys when I have an update for Bride. But so far, I'm intrigued. I like Ali Hazelwood's writing style. She's very, very funny. And the one thing I like about this book is I know this because Riley said it, I think, or someone, that like the first little section is always written from the guy's point of view, which I love because the way that I like my romances is I like both characters getting a solid point of view. We don't have that in here, which I might struggle with a little bit, but getting like a taste of him in the first chapter the first page might be fun for me. So I'm gonna go read this. I'm going to go enjoy that, and I will give you an update when I read about 100 pages. Right now, I don't have my Fitbit on. I think it's like 1 o'clock. I have to go back to work tomorrow. I had a stressful couple of weeks with working and all that other stuff, so I'm just trying to drink a ton of water today, stay hydrated, all the fun things. So yeah, I'll be back when I have read 100 pages of this, and we'll be back. Bye. Hey Folk Dragons, I'm back. I just want to apologize for the quality of the rest of my videos because I broke my camera. I don't know what I did wrong, but like I can't get my memory card to go in, so instead of not filming at all, I'm just gonna film on my computer. I used to film like this like a while ago before I got the camera a couple of years ago, and the quality is a lot better on my camera, but I still do want to film because I just like it and it's fun. So I do want to say that it is Saturday. I have a weekend off, obviously, which is super exciting. Life has been a bit chaotic. I'll get into it when my voice sounds a little bit better. But I am on page 218 of Bride, and I'm really, really having a fun time with it. It is just a fun time. Like, it's enjoyable. I like the characters. It doesn't feel fast to me. Like, it feels like a slow burn almost, which I do like. But basically, I don't know if I said anything in the last, 100 pages because it's been a busy week at work and I haven't had a lot of time to, update you guys, after work. So you're following Misery, and she is basically a vampire, and she's kind of sent into this arranged marriage with a werewolf, so their tribes stay, safe, and she's basically, a political prisoner for this marriage. So she winds up marrying this guy named Lo, and he is a werewolf, and they have a relationship, or they try to have a relationship, but Lo has a sister that I love. He's a little sister, so I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a fun time. I'm having a fun time with it. It's a quick read. It's very, very snarky and very, very funny, and I'm having a good time with it. So my goal is to read another 100 pages, and then I'll give you guys another update. But I didn't read all day yesterday because I was doing editing stuff, and then my camera broke this morning, so I really haven't done a whole lot. Also, this has to go back to the library on Monday, whether I finish it or not. So my goal for today is to finish this so I can bring it back to the library tomorrow before I head to the city to see my friends. Again, I'm really sorry about the quality of this vlog, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to go to the camera store to get my camera fixed. So just bear with me. But I'm going to go read another 100 pages of this, and then I'll give you guys an update. Bye. Folk Dragons, I am here to do an update on Bride by Ali Hazelwood. My dog is barking, and I'm trying to not get her to bite my wrist because it looks like I'm hitting her when she bites. But I did wind up fixing my camera, sort of. I had to get a new vlogging camera, but just for this week, I'm going to use this vlogging camera because at least I know how to work it, and that one I think is a bit more of a trial by error thing, but my content should be fine. That one clip will probably have to be edited. But I did wind up getting up to page 300 in Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I am liking this book. I think it's a fun time. I didn't chat about it before, but there also is a mystery kind of fueling this story forward. So it's not just a paranormal romance. There is an element of mystery to it, which is captivating me. Basically, you have Misery's best friend Serena went missing, and she's a human. And that is sort of the reason why Misery agrees to this arranged marriage, because she thinks her mate, her werewolf mate, has something to do with Serena's disappearance. There is also a female, a little kid in the story that is the male lead character, his little sister, and the relationship that they have is super fun as well. But yeah, I'm having a really, really fun time. It is definitely steamy. Allie Hazelwood does write steam. Probably too much steam for me, but I'm having a fun time with it. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I am going to go read a bit more of this. Try to get to page try to just finish the rest of it, because I do have to bring this back to the library tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys soon for another update. Bye. Hey Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up finishing Bride by Allie Hazelwood. I'm going to give this one 4 stars. I didn't really vlog a lot of it in this clip because I didn't really vlog the whole week, but I had a super fun time with it. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I think it was a little bit long. I don't think it needed to be almost 400 pages. I think there was a couple of pacing issues throughout the book. But I like the characters, the world was fun, it was engaging, it was quick, and it was like my first take on like a monster romance, like a real monster romance, which I don't think I've ever really read before. But I love the world, I really like the characters, I like that there was a really solid mystery that was kind of filtered through the story, and I love the side characters. We also got a tease at the very, very end of maybe who the next couple would be if we get like a new book in this series, but I had a fun time. So because I thought I was gonna finish this vlog before Realmathon started, I don't really know what this vlog is gonna be. I just think it's gonna be me like adjusting to life for the next couple of days. But because this technically, so let me surprise. For Realmathon, I'm on team creation, which basically means my bonus prompts, in addition to all the other prompts, is I either have to read a book that has a blue cover, has a school setting, which everyone can do, but also has an object on the cover. So I'm going to count the moon as an object, and also these little hair type things as an object, but it's obviously not blue, and it also does not have a school setting. So my next read, I am not going to do the week where I try to read a perfect book, because that's like every prompt, but I do want to kind of stay on task and also maybe tackle some of my actual TBR books. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll and see what prompt I get. So I have a couple of them on here. I guess I have a couple of prompts. And my goal is to at least get one of the mandatory prompts, if possible. So I'll let you guys roll. Oh my god, it had to be that, didn't it? So that means I have to find a book that has all. Alright, you know what? This is going to take me a bit, because I have to find a blue book with a school setting and an object on the cover. Alright. This is going to take me a couple of minutes to like actually find something that works. Yeah. Alright, let me go look. I really hoped I wasn't going to get all, but I guess that's what's going to be. So, yeah. Thanks. That's been real. Alright, I put all on there for like... Alright, let me go see if there is one book that might work, but I want to see if there's anything on my immediate TBR that like I was planning on reading this month anyway, and then I'll report back. Bye. Once I have chosen the book. Bye. Well, it's good to know that I do have a couple of different options that I can do, but I think I'm going to pick up Dreams and Destiny by Sanaya Mignon. This came out in September, and it's a part of the Rosette Academy series. It's been a bit since I've read this series, but it also is super short. Like it's like not even 300 pages, but it has an object on cover. It's set at a school, and it has a very, very blue cover. So I'm also traveling like all day tomorrow. I'm going into the city to see some friends, and this will be a series that I finish, and I did need to finish a series this month because like I didn't do that. And it's a companion book, and there's no more books coming out. And this follows Dee, and she's at the school, the Rosetta Academy, and there's like a couple of things that start happening, and she has to kind of work with this new guy to kind of figure out what's happening. So my goal is to read like, well, probably it's like literally, so maybe like I'll give you like 50 pages, and then I'll give you guys an update. But I do want to read a little bit more of this before I give you guys an update. But yeah, so yeah, this I actually got from a friend of mine. Went to a convention and didn't want it, and she knew I liked the series, so that's how I got this copy. But yeah, this is also a really, really pretty cover. It's very, very blue. We have an object, we have a key, and it is set at a school. So I also have to start thinking like a little bit more broadly, like just because it doesn't happen at like a magical school doesn't mean I can't use it, even though I think that's what Cassidy was probably going for. So, all right, I'm gonna go read about 50 pages of this and then I'll give you guys an update. Bye. Oh, also, I am reading The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. I will attach a photo at some point. I'm probably gonna read that at some like tomorrow when I'm like going into the city, so I will have more updates on that. That I will be able to finish on Monday because it's super short. But that's like the perfect book to get for a school setting. So that will also be a book that's worked for 3 prompts. But alas, all right. Well, this is getting it off my TBR. It is also on. It's also could be a list book if I run out of time for that one as well. And I do have another one as well that will work for all 3 of those. So I will talk to you guys when I have read about 50 pages, or when I when I wake up in the morning. We will see. Bye. Hey book dragons, I just want to do a quick update. Sorry if my lighting is not the best, but I just want to say that I am in the middle of a couple of books. One that I just kind of picked up on a whim just because I wanted something that fit the prompt, and one that the wheel picked. So I did wind up getting up to page 100 in Of Dreams and Destiny by Sanaya Mignon. I am liking this book. It's a companion and it takes all my boxes. Blue cover, object, and also it is set at a school. This follows Dee, and she is kind of teamed up with Xander. Their college is kind of experiencing a little bit of a snowstorm, but things are not as they seem, and there's a psychic that's kind of predicting something happening, and Dee and Alex are kind of the ones that are going to kind of have to solve it. Right now they had like an interesting encounter in the middle of a snowstorm, and I'm intrigued to keep reading. So this is a fun time. It's very, very quick, very, very digestible. For my focus issues right now, this one's a really, really fun read. I also am reading The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose, which is another book that has a blue cover with an object on it, which is the key, and I'm really, really liking this book. I'm loving my listening experience. I think I wish I would have listened to the first one because Molly has a very, very distinct voice. This is the sequel to The Maid, and I'm just liking this book a lot. It has a lot of elements to it for sure, but you also see a little bit of Molly's past, her relationship with her grandmother, and a person from Molly's past is, a person from Molly's past and her future. There's a murder connected to Molly. I don't want to give too much away because I think like as you read the story, it kind of delves into it a little bit more. But there was a mystery writer at the hotel that died, and Molly is in her moment. Also, she's very isolated in this book. The first book, she had a very, very good found family dynamic that I liked. This book doesn't really have that because a lot of her characters, like her, hey, stop biting. But sorry, my dog is biting. But it's just a very, very sweet, hopeful read. She is definitely on the spectrum, and I'm enjoying that representation quite a bit. But I'm having a fun time with it. I'm about 150 pages in, and I hope to finish reading this probably by the end of the week, maybe if not a little bit sooner. All right, and I will talk to you guys when I have another update when I read about 50 more pages in of Dreams and Destiny. Bye. Hey book dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up finally getting to go to the city and see my friends today. That is why I didn't update. Normally Sunday is my biggest update day, but I was traveling and adventuring. But I didn't want to and coughing a little bit. I apologize. But I did want to say that I did wind up getting up to page about 50 in Dreams and Destiny by Sanaya Mignon. This is the 3rd book in that companion series, and this follows Dee, who, if you read the other books, Dee is the one that was in the relationship with Aldrich, and she's left pretty brokenhearted. There was a new student that is coming, and they found their way together, and the psychic that we saw in book 1 and 2 made an appearance and gave her like a prediction, and that's all that I've read. Only read it on the first train ride home because I was pretty tired on the way back, but my goal is to read another 50 pages because we have sprints tonight with Kristen Crave's books. She is team creation, so I really want to go support her because that is my team. And I did do a bit of shopping as well, but I'm gonna post that in a different video. I'm gonna do like a vlog probably, or like a a haul. But I don't have that much to say to short 50 pages. It was a pretty quick read, which I'm excited. So yeah, and this is a dual point of view story, which I love when I read romances. That is what I crave. So yeah, I'm gonna go make sure the puppy's okay. I just got home. She was with my mom all day, and I want to make sure that they're okay. And then I'm gonna sit down and kind of read this. I have to go back to work tomorrow. Mondays are my least favorite days because I have to work so long. It's like I have to get to work early, and then I have to come home, and then I have to go to therapy for my voice. So this is like the worst my voice has sounded since December, I would say. So I want to kind of show her how bad it sounds, and maybe she'll give me some tips and tricks. I know what I have to do. I just didn't do it this week, and yeah. But my goal is to read another 50 pages of this and get ready for go to work tomorrow. Try to go to sleep early, which I always just toss and turn, and that's not good. So I'm gonna go read a little bit more of this and wait for sprints, and I'll talk to you guys either tomorrow when I have an update for the mystery guest and this, or tonight if I happen to read 50 more pages. We will see. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hi Bug Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up reading to page 170 of Dreams and Destiny by Sanaya Mignon. I did also realize that I've been reading the challenge wrong, so it's not find a book with a object on the cover. That is actually for team time. It is actually find a book with an animal on the cover. So neither of these will get the extra points for that, but they will both get the blue cover, and this will get bonus points for being set in a school. Sadly, no animals to be found. At least I don't think you could count it. But I am liking this book. I think it's a very quick read. I'm happy that I picked it up because it's just very captivating. Like, it's a quick read. I like the snowy setting. I like that there's a mystery kind of infused. You also have elements happening in the past that are kind of influencing the future, which I'm having a really fun time with. I also do like the romance because it's not really a trope. I guess it's just kind of a slow burn. It's like more friends to more. There is a mystery that is pulling Dee and Xander through the story, and I like that it is connected to Xander's past quite a bit. Today was my least active day listening because I only had like one period off to listen, but I did wind up getting up to chapter 23 in The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. I'm really liking this book. I'm quite fond of the main character. I like the audiobook as well. I love being in Molly's head like as an audiobook, and it just is very interesting to see the mystery that is connected to Molly's past directly. I like that quite a bit. But I'm having a fun time. I think the mystery was a bit predictable. The elements of the story were a little bit predictable. I'm curious to see how the story like comes to an end, but some of the villainary things I think were a bit predictable, so it's probably not going to get like a 5-star, but it will probably be a close 4.5 because I really do like it. The mystery just was not like that captivating. I don't think it was that like unique and different, but I love the characters, and I just love seeing Molly in such a different place than she was in book 1. You could see she has a lot more confidence. You're also seeing more about Molly's past with her grandmother. I was concerned going into this book because I really loved learning about Molly's past in book 1 and her grandmother almost being a character. Nita Prose did something where you also saw her grandmother in this book in like a very different way. The found family elements is not as strong in this book just because Molly is very much isolated in this book, but I am really enjoying it. I will definitely finish this book tomorrow. I have like an hour left of listening. So I am going to go take care of my puppy because she's driving my mom crazy, and if I have a little bit of reading time, my goal is to get up to page my goal is probably to like finish this. I want to get up to page, like finish this book. I would love to finish it tonight. If not, I'll finish it tomorrow during work, but that is the plan. The next time you see me will be when I'm done, but I'm having a really fun time with it. So yeah, I will talk to you guys when I'm done with this, and then we're going to choose another book. Bye. Big Dragons, I just want to do, oh my god, ow, my foot. I just want to do a quick update. It actually did wind up getting a lot of reading done today. I wound up finishing Of Dreams and Destiny by Sanaya Mignon. I wound up giving this 3 stars. It was okay. I don't think that if I had to like look at all the books in the series, this I think was the weakest. I just think that for a book that was kind of doing like magical realism, it really like fell flat on that for me because the mystery and the suspenseful element of them being trapped in the snowstorm and all of that really laid a little bit flat, and the whole story did not make a whole lot of sense. This definitely gave me insta-love vibes, which is probably my least favorite trope, like, altogether. But I liked seeing the other characters again. I thought it was a fun book to read during like a snowstorm. I also think if you can read it in one sitting, I would, because it is very, very short, but it's not a very, very memorable read. So this one only got 3 stars for me. And then I finished listening to The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose, and I'm going to give this 4.75 stars. I really, really liked it. I'm going to round it up to 5 on Goodreads, but I just had a fun time with it. I love seeing these characters again. The ending was not what I was expecting, I will admit that. So I gave it the 4.75 because the end of it was fun. The one thing this book was missing was the found family elements, because so many characters were not there for this story. But there was also new found family elements, so it was just a very different place. The one thing I did like about this is you follow Molly like a couple of years after book 1, and I think you could see how much she's grown as a character. I also did like the dynamics between her and the grandmother, and how we really dived into Molly's past in this book, which I was quite fond of, and I just had a good time. I really hope Nita Prose keeps writing in this series because I just enjoyed it. So I wound up picking up Emily Wilde's the second book, Map of the Otherlands. I only listened to about 6 minutes of it because I was busy at work. I'm probably going to restart it tomorrow too. I was having like a really, really bad time with my computer software. I had to like format something and it wasn't letting me do it, and I was getting frustrated. So I think I'm going to go home and like re-listen to that a little bit. But I do want to pick a new book. I said it in an earlier clip. My object for Realmathon is not a object, it is an animal. So I'm gonna show you guys the picker wheel. I do have one book I want to read this week. It doesn't really. Hey friends, I'm back. I think I'm gonna wrap up this vlog because I have enough footage and I don't want to start another book because I'm gonna do a weekend reading vlog instead. So in this vlog, I wound up finishing 3 things. I wound up finishing Bride by Ali Hazelwood that I gave 4 stars to. I wound up reading Of Dreams and Destiny by Sanaya Manon, which I gave 3 stars to, and I wound up finishing The Mystery Guest, which I gave 5 stars too. So pretty solid reading month for, well, start of reading month for Realmathon. I am going to start a weekend reading vlog and see how much I can possibly read in a weekend. I'll report back. You'll have to go watch that vlog to see how that goes. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you're currently reading. I would love to know. And let me know what you're currently watching. I'm trying to get back into the TV game. Sometimes I fall down booktube holes and I don't watch anything, but I want to watch something this weekend. So let me know in the comments what I should watch, and I'll talk to you guys soon for another video.